had Iman Gadzhi, he taught everybody to start SMMAs. Then you had Liam Ottley, he told people, no, it's not about SMMAs, it's about AI automation agencies. And then out of nowhere, nobody could have expected it. Hormozi came in, started teaching people to launch school communities. So the question is, what do you do? Which one do you pick? Well, obviously all of them. And then you see which one takes off, right? Let me tell you something. This is the exact thinking that makes 99% of entrepreneurs fail. In fact, not only have I been this entrepreneur, I've started 13 businesses, I've also worked with countless of these entrepreneurs myself. And you know what the scary thing is? They're very intelligent people, very competent. Sometimes they're hardworking as well, but they never make money. Ever. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 5 main traps that guarantee failure for entrepreneurs that fall into shiny object syndrome. And then I'm actually going to give you some tactical action steps that you can literally implement by tonight so that you never fall into these traps ever. The first trap is that the market is too saturated. Usually when an entrepreneur enters a market, they expect it to be sunshine and rainbows. They think that everything's going to be given easy to them because the guru who introduced them to the opportunity overpromises and then underdelivers. They don't usually set expectations right, because if you actually told people that it's going to take you years, maybe even a decade to actually get something sustainable and sellable off the ground, nobody would buy your $9.97 course. So then the person who starts, let's say the agency, enters this world, and then they see all the other people. First time they're exposed to all the other people that guru also sold into that opportunity. And then they're like, oh shit, man, this market is too saturated. The reality of the matter is, it is not the fact that the market is too saturated, because for the dude at the top, it's definitely not saturated. It's the fact that you are too incompetent. It took me so long to learn this lesson. I literally have it written down. I say there is no such thing as market saturation, only individual incompetence. And the thing is, if you want the easiest market, the most unsaturated market, you're basically looking for the golden goose. You are relying on your lack of skills to actually capitalize on that market. All markets eventually see the entrance of competition. When competition actually does enter the market, what are you going to do? If you don't have skills, you're going to fail anyways. Again, there's no such thing as market saturation, only individual incompetence. Next, X doesn't work. This one I absolutely hate. Cold emails don't work. Cold calls don't work. Oh, it doesn't work for me because I'm special. And the hundreds of millions of fucking dollars that people are spending on meta ads, the hundreds of fucking billions of dollars people are making from cold email, obviously that's all fake. That can't exist. It's found the one thing, you're so special. The fact that you have found that this validated system doesn't work for you. I'm telling you, this is the level of arrogance that when I see this, I can literally predict like inevitable failure. I see, oh, this just won't work for me. I'm like, this dude is gonna absolutely fail. I'm never gonna see this person at the top. Next, not enough volume. This is a very common one that every single entrepreneur that's starting out falls into all the time without exception. Let's say that you have cold calls and you only make 10 cold calls, 20 cold calls. And then you say, oh, cold calling doesn't work, or you can't figure it out. And let's even say this. Let's say that you actually do 10 cold calls a day for a year. So you're actually sticking with stuff. You're admitting that you are the problem. You're like, no, cold calls definitely work. So you're not falling into any of the other traps. You compare this person to the person who's doing 100 calls. After 100 days, after a year, the person who's making 100 calls is 10 times ahead. The person who's making 10 calls, probably doing such little volume, he could do it for 3, 4, 5 years and never make it. Same thing with ads. How many creatives are you making? How many DMs are you sending? How many emails are you actually sending? You send 15 emails. We spend thousands of dollars a month on emails. You know how many emails we send a day? 5,000 now. 5,000 emails a day, provided it is cold email. So we do have a wide net strategy, but still. Next, oh my god, this is pissing me off just reading it. I'll try all of them and then see which one works. Let me tell you how business works, okay? I'm going to get my trusty old notepad here. We're going to draw a graph here, okay? I'm going to draw this graph and then I'm going to show it to you. Right here. This is what entrepreneurship looks like. These are the results you get. Results meaning revenue, whatever it is, how many clients you actually have. And then this is the actual amount of effort that you put in. If you put in a half-assed effort into anything, the amount of grit, perseverance, and resilience that any entrepreneurial venture requires is going to give you literally zero results. You're going to be stuck at zero. The thing is, anything in business requires at least an 80 to 90% effort for you to see anything. All the difference is made between that 80 to 100% range. And the thing is, all of them can work. It's just about whether or not you will work enough to make them work. There is nothing inherently wrong with the business models of any of these gurus. All of them sell you good business models. Drop shipping works. Trust me, it does. Having your clothing brand works. Having an agency works. All of this stuff works, but none of it will work if you don't work enough on it to make it work. If you do 5 of these things, this is the scary thing. And I'm genuinely, I'm being honest. If this is you, you should be afraid. If you have been an entrepreneur for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, but you've been doing the thing that you're doing right now for 3 months, 5 months, 10 months, you should be scared, because this is literally, definitionally shiny object syndrome. It was your inability to make this thing work. It was your inability to make your last venture work that made you switch. And if it did work, then go all in on that instead of trying to work on this new thing. Almost any business can get up to $1 million a month, $5 million a month, pretty easily actually, especially if it's service-based, whatever it is. Somebody in your industry, I guarantee, has probably done it. If you try to be a serial entrepreneur, I'll have 6 businesses, 7, 8 businesses, yeah, satisfy your ego when you talk to a person that doesn't know anything about business. But the actual individual that understands business will look at you, see through your little mask, see that you're a fucking buffoon with no brain. That's a little harsh, I apologize. Do not diversify your focus. When your focus becomes a commodity, you are literally the most disadvantaged entrepreneur there is. Next, defeated by uncertainty. This is probably the most common one, probably the most hurtful one for most entrepreneurs. You can evade all the traps above. You can understand that no, the market isn't saturated. Most shit works. It's just about whether or not I can make it work. You can be doing enough volume. You can actually stick to one thing instead of saying, oh, I'll try them all. But there's a certain level of uncertainty that you need to be able to tolerate as an entrepreneur. And this level of uncertainty is pretty high. And that's why 99% of people don't make it. It's just about whether or not you can tolerate that uncertainty. So what happens to most entrepreneurs is that they're not expecting a level of uncertainty to that degree. They don't understand that it might take a year, 2 years, of just no result, not even knowing it's going to work, before you actually start seeing some sort of tangible outcome. And that's when they actually lose, because their expectations aren't set properly. Now, I want to give you the most tactical action steps. I'm telling you, these are probably more important than the actual traps. Number 1, if you think that the market is too saturated, this is how you actually validate a market. If a market has pain, they actually have a problem that they want you to solve and they are in pain. That's number 1. Number 2, they have purchasing power. They actually have the money to pay to you to actually make shit work. Number 3, it's a growing market, so it's not shrinking. The actual population of people that you can serve is growing aggregately over time. Number 4, targetability. You can actually reach out to these people. You try to sell stuff to rich prisoners. They might be in pain. They might have the money to give it to you. They might be growing, but how are you going to target them? How are you going to contact them? If these 4 are fulfilled, the market is not saturated. The market is A-OK. You can rest at peace serving the market. Number 2, if you think X doesn't work, start saying, I can't get X to work. It's not that cold calls don't work. You just don't know how to make them work. Same thing with cold emails, same thing with ads, same thing with YouTube. Short form content, long form content, whatever it is. Number 3, if you're not doing enough volume, observe other people, reset your expectations, and start doing more. And this is why entering a community with other people actually in the same niche as you, same market as you, is so helpful, because you can actually see how much volume is required to succeed. And I'm telling you, most amount of times it's 10 times more than you think. You think 30 calls is enough? I know people that make 300 calls, and that's what we hold people accountable to doing. Not only advertising, but also doing the most revenue generating activity at all points. Sticking to one business, one offer, one avatar, etc., etc. If you want accountability, we essentially install accountability systems for you. We're running a 6-week focus challenge, which is free. In these 6 weeks, we will install accountability systems for you. Why accountability? Because the biggest names in the industry understand how important accountability is. Now, we have accountability systems that function on the week, the day, and the hour. The hour is the most powerful one. We hold our clients accountable every single hour to doing the most important thing so that they can move 10 times faster than most people. And by the way, I'm also taking a call a week with the next 10 people that sign up. The reason why is because this is a new offer transparently, and so I want to have enough feedback to know what I need to change and to see that everything is operating smoothly. If you're interested in that, link in the description. Now, moving back to number 4, I'll try all of them and then see which one works. This is what you want to do. Pick one, and oh my god, this is going to hurt you. Expect it to take at least 5 years. I'm telling you, it's when you actually set the expectation that, hey, I'm going to post 100 videos. I'm going to make, 10,000 calls before I actually quit. When you set that expectation, I'm going to actually stick to this thing for 5 years. That is when you actually achieve success sooner than you thought. But it just takes time. It takes time to get all the little things right. It takes time to get thing A, thing B, thing C lined up. And when everything does line up, your success is exponential. But until then, you have to work on one thing. Otherwise, you're going to keep starting that graph over and over again, and you'll never be able to reach that point of exponential growth. Last, if you are defeated by uncertainty, all I can say to you, there's no real action step for this. All I can tell you is just understand that this is what it takes. Elon Musk said that entrepreneurship is like staring into a dark abyss while chewing glass. It's hard. It's one of the hardest things in the world. Harder than the gym. It's harder than, getting breakups. Harder than most stuff. Entrepreneurship. If you're actually doing something great. Obviously, if you inherited a business, whatever it is, you have it easier. But this is the price of success. It's uncertainty. If it was so certain, everybody knew it would work. Nobody would do. So be content with being uncertain. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you today. If you liked the video, please like the damn video. By the way, just a quick cut in. If you're enjoying the content, like the damn video because I want this to get to more people. Also, don't forget to subscribe. With that being said, back to the video. That's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 5 things and the 5 action steps. If you like the video, leave a comment down below. If you disagree, if you want advice, whatever it is, I usually read all of them. And if you actually put effort into your comment, I respond to it as well. That's all. Ciao.